Stay positive. Stay positive.
Hello, I am the Suit&Tie Dip&ChewGuy, and this is the number 12 review of series number 4. Number 4 series being Long Cut Mint. And as you just saw, it is that time of the series again where we delve into the lower portions of the lowest tier CN Smokeless Tobacco Company products. And we're going to kick things off with Decade. That is a crappy black plastic lid on a crappy black plastic can with a crappy gaudy sticker on the front of it. Also, not centered. Barcode and some branding. Notice how the CN Smokeless Tobacco Company products don't say mint, they say peppermint. Barcode and manufacturer's information. Okay, this is somewhat impressive in its own right. 100% foreign tobacco. Although they do point out that it is proudly made in the United States. Grover, North Carolina, to be exact. I think it's Grover. Yes, Grover. Sorry. Grover, North Carolina. That's who we have to blame. I mean, that's who makes this. Okay. Really, I sort of know how this is going to go. The only question in my mind is how well they did with the peppermint, how well it will cover whatever their alcohol-ish stuff in the background is going on. So I'm going to crack this open, which may take a minute in itself because they have like a rubbery plastic band. And since both the lid and the can flex a lot, it's sort of hard to put enough pressure down the band to cut it, yet not have the side of the can cave in and give way. Sort of an art form in itself. Is this open? What are we doing here? Okay. Okay. So it looks very, very moist. The cut is very inconsistent. It is a dark brown. I haven't smelled the peppermint yet. Whoa, smell it now. How the heck did I not smell that before? Okay, their mint is covering anything else going on in the background. Okay, so that's good, I guess. They did do better than the Swisher products in the Wintergreen series. They were absolutely horrific in the Straight series, but in the Wintergreen series, they actually were slightly better. Mind you, they were being put up against things like Cooper, but you know. It's a very fresh peppermint. It sort of almost has an effect on the eyes. I'll show you inside. That is registering more black than it actually is. It's actually very moist, but a brown. The cut is very inconsistent. It's probably not going to be able to, you're not going to be able to tell really on this camera. And you probably don't want to know. This is me trying to be upbeat about this, all right? And it is me trying. All right. So, oh yeah. Okay. So, because it's near soaking wet, I'm not actually having to back it. But my desk just got about as big as the pinch as I'm about to get. I'm going to have to wipe down the desk. Okay. So far, so good. I'm going to pause this and I'll be right back. And I am back. Okay, so I always try to be fairly fair, and I will give credit where credit is due. And they've done a better job of the mint. Personally, I think they just used a strong enough mint to cover whatever else is going on. But it worked, basically. It's a very fresh mint smell off the can. No underlying alcohol smell. The taste is very fresh. It's very tingly. I don't think that'll be nicotine absorption so much as whatever mint they've used. But it's not bad. The cut is absolutely terrible. The cut is just, it's a mess. Left a trail going around the side. There's floaters going out left and right. But flavor and smell off the can is all right. I'm going to have... It's better than the kayak. Okay? It's much better than the kayak. Unfortunately, at this point in the game with this company, I've been shaded out to a point that I'm suspicious. Like, yeah, this tastes all right, but why is that? What did they do? You know what I mean? Like, but they pulled it off. I mean, and they did with the wintergreen too. Their products were, by and large, better than the Swisher products of the third tier in the wintergreen series. It's not terrible. I mean, it's flattened out along the gum, but it feels sort of firm. All right. So the nicotine's probably there to an extent. It's not going to be the strongest stuff. All right. I'm not going to keep this in after this video. No, I'm sorry. I'm just not. But it's passable. It's passable. Okay. So they did an okay job with the mint. Now, of course, they've tried to set themselves apart again by, instead of mint, it's peppermint, you know, and instead of moist snuff, it's moist tobacco, which I think it's just a matter of them trying to set themselves apart, but it's okay. And this will probably run through in the next two that are from the same company. I have Derringer next and Klondike after that. There'll be a little bit of a step up in the Klondike, but they've managed to pull it off with the mint. Okay, so real quick review. Okay, the cut is terrible and the packaging is bad. Okay, there is a yellow pinpoint number code on the back that is 6 digits long. I have no idea what it means. Tell you the truth, I don't really think it matters much. I don't really care. The stuff is very moist, but the moisture does not help the pinchability. The cut's just so bad that it's going to be a mess. Leave trail if you're moving it around. It's going to leave floaters. Nicotine's there, not terribly high, but I'm sure it is there. I'm not really going to leave it in long enough to give it a full chance on that part. Smells okay off the can, okay, and tastes good. Okay, I'm not gonna lie. It tastes all right. All right. All in all, I mean, see, I had to order this in, so I'm not getting it for $1.09. If this was actually $1.09, I would take this over the kayak. Okay. In fact, I'd take this at $1.50, $1.75 over the kayak. Speaking of the kayak, and I don't want to turn this into a kayak review number 2. But I don't know if you guys can see that. At some point, right here, just moving it around, nothing special, just, you know, shuffling it around with other product, the can actually split down the back. And I was like, oh, I just said this stuff was okay can-wise or slightly better. Evidently not. So, this has been the review of Decade Long Cut Peppermint. All right. Nicotine somewhat there. Flavor's good. Smells all right. Cut's real bad. Packaging's real cheap. Cuts very inconsistent. Okay, comes a little bit too moist. Like, why is it that moist? But feels sort of firm in the mouth. If you can get it actually at $1.09, you might give it. It's a very fresh peppermint. You might give it a chance. If there's somebody out there that's doing wintergreen kayak that can deal with mint, this is better than the kayak wintergreen or the mint from kayak. Actually, much better. Surprisingly better. Let me put it that way. But as I said, this has been the review of Decade Long Cut Peppermint. I am the Suit and Tie Dip and Chew guy. Do take care of yourselves, and God bless.